If you were given the chance to become immortal, would you drink it? Picture this. You're in the attic of your uncle, the strange one, the man who collected medieval maps, broken clocks, conspiracies nobody else understood, and a lifetime supply of unread notebooks. While pushing aside boxes that smell like old paper and forgotten summers, you stumble on a trunk. Iron hinges, wood darkened by time, heavy enough to make you wonder what he kept hidden. Inside it, you find a small glass vial. Clear, cold, filled with a liquid that glows as if the moon dissolved inside it. A label, written in your uncle's uneven handwriting, reads, "Elixir of Endless Life." Below it, a short instruction: drink and you will not die. No riddles, no metaphors. Literal. Your body freezes at its current age. Illness stops being a threat. Catastrophic injuries lose meaning. You remain a steady point while everything else slowly erodes. And according to the yellowed note beside the bottle, you will continue existing until the cosmos runs out of heat. Maybe longer. You feel the question rising from somewhere deep in your spine. Would you drink it? Most of what we do is a long negotiation with death. Medicine, safety rules, diets, caution, alarms, locks, routines. 1,000 rituals designed to push the inevitable a little further away. Immortality sounds like the ultimate upgrade. Life with no expiration date. A tiny dose of shimmering liquid is enough to erase the one force we have never defeated. Imagine that. You would never have to rush again. Time becomes infinite. You could study everything that fascinates you. Travel with no deadline. Use centuries to get good at anything. Fall in love as often as you dare. Reinvent yourself whenever boredom knocks. Live free from the slow, quiet terror that one day it will all stop. It feels like perfection within reach. But philosophers have been arguing about this for decades. Bernard Williams looks at immortality and calls it a trap. To him, endless life does not make experience richer. It empties it. Repeated pleasure loses volume. The mind adjusts. The spark fades. Psychology calls this hedonic adaptation. The more you repeat a good thing, the more your brain normalizes it. Think of your favorite snack. The first bite feels like a small miracle. The 10th tastes fine. Eat the same snack every day for a month and your stomach starts to protest. Now extend that logic across millennia. Williams believes immortality would flatten experience until everything feels washed out. Nothing new, nothing truly exciting, just a long, slow slide into emotional numbness. To him, eternity is not a gift, it is a sentence. John Martin Fisher pushes back. He argues that many experiences do not degrade with repetition. A sunrise can still strike you after thousands. A song can move you after decades. Curiosity survives cycles of novelty and forgetting. Human memory is flawed enough to be helpful here. You will forget details. You will change. You will see the same thing through new eyes. Even after centuries, an experience you once exhausted might return as fresh simply because you are not the same person anymore. And the world produces more than any lifetime can handle. New books, new sciences, new problems. Even with 1,000 years, you would never see everything. You would never catch up. Wisniewski even imagined an immortal musician who decides to master every instrument humanity invents. A quest with no endpoint. And that is only personal growth. Social movements rise and collapse. Languages shift. Cultures transform. An immortal who chooses to participate would always have something new to shape, defend, or study. Monotony is not guaranteed. But here comes a quieter problem. Identity. With a life that never ends, your interests, values, talents, fears, and desires would drift. Slow at first, then fast, then violently. 50 years of painting might lead you toward neuroscience. 2 centuries later, into architecture. Then cooking. Then philosophy. Then political strategy. then farming in a remote valley for 200 years because it suddenly feels right. You become an endless chain of versions of yourself, each shedding parts of the one before. Williams asks a serious question. At what point do you stop being you? Psychologists say identity needs some continuity to stay intact. Without it, you are a moving target with no anchor. If you reinvent yourself endlessly, does your current self die each time you change direction? Some people fear physical death. Others fear the slow erosion of their inner world even more. And then there is loss. Not losing once, not twice, losing again and again for centuries. Parents, friends, partners, children, entire generations you cared about. Relationships form, they deepen, they warm your life. Then they vanish. Grief stacks. Memories pile up like stones on your chest. Humans were not designed to hold this much sorrow. Even if you learn to cope, pain still arrives. It does not care that you are immortal. It keeps knocking. An eternal life may come with an eternal wound. Samuel Scheffler's contribution hits differently. He argues that value requires limits. If time is infinite, action loses weight. Why finish anything? Why confess love today if tomorrow stretches for centuries? Why choose a path when you can always delay? Scarcity forces decisions. Decisions build meaning. Eternal life removes the pressure that shapes a purposeful existence. Without the ticking clock, even passion risks becoming optional. And meaning does not survive optionality very well. But what if the fear of eternity is just fear of change? Still, the glow inside the vial is hard to ignore. Imagine centuries of thought, centuries of art, centuries of growth, centuries of watching humanity rise, stumble, break itself, rebuild, and surprise you again. Imagine the person you could become after 1,000 years of trying, failing, learning, and remaking yourself. Someone broader, sharper, wiser, stranger. Someone you cannot predict from where you stand now. And yes, perhaps after long breaks, even chocolate truffles taste good again. So, would you drink your uncle's elixir? Maybe the real question is not about living forever. Maybe it is whether you want to live long enough to meet the future version of yourself. A version you cannot yet imagine. A version time has not shaped. Only you can decide if that possibility is worth the price. Life feels brief because it matters. Maybe that is why the idea of immortality haunts us. Not because we want endless time, but because we fear running out of it before becoming who we truly are. If this video made you think, feel, or see yourself differently, consider becoming a channel member. It helps keep this work alive and gives you access to exclusive posts and a community that thinks like you. And if you want to support in a single gesture, the Super Thanks button is there too. But know this, just watching, sharing, or leaving a comment already helps more than you imagine. Thank you for being here.